Hello everyone, so welcome to another episode here on Gorbad Ironclaw. So we're getting ready to the fight against Clan Moors. That's a lot of storm vermin. I don't know if he retreats to Caracate Peaks, I'll just siege it out. That's for sure. Because I don't want to have to deal with so many storm vermin. Right now I need to upgrade this to tier 4. Oh, he's gonna plague that. That's for sure. But yeah, I'm trying to get that to tier 4. Over here, I am in ambush, just waiting for his movements. I don't know if I can wait for his movements any longer. I'll have to move backwards. Not backwards, forwards, I mean. I'm just gonna give him some of these black orcs. Yeah. And some units here, definitely. I need to get some of these black orcs going. So yeah. That's much better. I don't want those in... It's amazing that Arag is actually getting almost the army that I want for Gorbad, you know? But that's the thing. It should have been... That's the one situation where I sent Arag back to defend... And instead it should have been Gorbad. And Arag should have been staying on the other side with all those other units. That's sometimes you never know where you're going to need your legendary lord, you know? So I thought he would attack my outer layer settlements first, but you know, Clan Moore started to declare, so yeah, it was a problem. So I want the regimental. It's just the upkeep, campaign movement range. It's all good stuff, you know, basically. And it just helps with the income so far. This is not a bad army to fight like on open ground, so I'm kind of hoping that he comes in. And in the meantime, I'm gonna have really good spiders. So I would love that. Because as soon as we have like 5 Arachnodox spiders here, you know, it's gonna change this army to an elite one. You know, literally then you don't need anything else. And I can fight with this army against anything. You know, but for now, well, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, and I still need Rachnik Spiderclaw. It's just that he costs 5,000, so it's gonna be a problem for that. But okay, let's give him some Mangler Squigs. Why not? Those are good. Oh, I could use no. I wanted to actually ambush, but okay. I guess that's fine. These 3 can protect themselves. I want to keep recruiting units, and this is a big problem because these guys are going to be dumping my upkeep. You see the recruitment cost is severely diminished because of this, and of course in Black Brag I also have that. So that always adds up, which is really cool. And over here I have Gorbad Ironclaw. I wish I could surprise some of these armies. I gotta remember the number of armies while he moves around. So the main premise, I would love to defend Karakazul. And maybe to ambush that army there from the Skaven. Let me check the movement. These guys cannot reach too much, even for... Yeah, maybe I can move here safely and ambush. Yeah, I think so. Let me get just some quick deals. Just checking in. Nothing too fancy. Always check the balance of power, even if briefly, you know. Like I have 4 armies, how many he has the same about because of the balance of power. You know, he likely has 1 more, likely it's Queek hiring somewhere. So you always have to think of what would you do? You would send armies, yeah, but you would do that as well, you know. So let's end up the turn, and I do get an underway interception. This is perfect for Gorbad. Now, there's plenty of storm vermin and powerful units there, which means that this is the army likely that he has that's the most powerful, which is great for me. It's just better news for me. I'm able to actually defeat this main army. You may be worried, but I mean, my orc boys can handle likely that plague claw catapult, that's the biggest problem that I see there. Yeah, definitely. But I'm thinking, some good spells like some Foot of Gork in some of those halberds, and my archers firing on the right targets. I think this is really easily, and especially with the orc boys, with the ogres, it should be fine. So the plan is I'm gonna try to move to defend here, right? And likely he's gonna have the units that I need to attack on that upper side as well. So who knows? This is actually the best scenario, is that I have like a good setup of infantry here and some missile units. I gotta remember that he has the clan rats, so I'm gonna use where are they? The ogres. Actually, I'm gonna start putting them backwards just so that they can defend against the clan rats. And surely, yeah, that's exactly what happened. This is already the second unit of clan rats, if not mistaken. So I'm sending just some man-eaters and rushing with the goblins. It's fine. They will still fire the goblin throwers, So that's okay for me. But overall, clan rats, they're here just to be annoying. But I'm glad I have the ogres. These are actually quite good, and I'm so glad that I got the ogres. There's another one. He's going after my orc Arab boys, which is completely different because these guys can handle themselves in melee. They could likely win that. But of course, I'm just going to send some ogre bulls there. And in the meantime, of course, the enemy is approaching. And actually, that's the biggest idea, is when are they approaching? They are not. Well, when they are not approaching, that means that he still has one more summon. Usually the AI does this. Either they approach immediately. If they don't have catapults, they would do that. But either they approach immediately or they just waste all their clan rats and then they start approaching. So likely there's going to be yet another summon before they start closing in. Okay, the summon was the trigger. As soon as the summon is dead, he's going to try and move closer, which for me is good. Yet another summon here, but not on the best spot. Combination of my orc biggins and my ogres is going to do just fine. And they're quickly running away, which is perfect. So I've dealt with the first threat, which is all of the menace below. And now I'm actually in a very good position. So let's just wait for the enemy to approach. And I'm going to seek out some good targets for some spells. I don't need to destroy their units. I just need them to be severely diminished so that I can rout them more easily. The Plague Claw catapults are attacking, but luckily I don't have too much of an issue with those. I don't have anyone that can go there, so this is one of the downsides of fighting on this sort of terrain. But he has its issues against the trees there, so yeah, I'm guessing that I can handle some of those shots. Yep. And he's shooting, if I'm not mistaken, against the ogres, which is perfect for me. So my bolt throwers are attacking their warplock Jezails. That's fine. And there's some missiles from him. I'm using a purple sun here, getting these globadiers, the poison wind ones, which is good. It's not a bad usage. I wish I would have used on the infantry, but it didn't feel like it would be more important than using maybe a Foot of Gork. So I just used what I had available there. So all of my units have some shields. So he's not going to go through with those missiles. And there's the Foot of Gork. It's going to like lower those 3 units to half. Yeah, there we go. I don't remember if I normal casted or overcasted really. But with a log, that should be enough. And honestly, I've been favoring normal cast instead of overcasting. not just because of the miscast possibility, but also if you miss it out, you're fine. You still have some winds of magic able to do some other stuff. So for instance, all that angle, all that flank is now routing, which is perfect, as you can see there. And those were the most powerful units, the Storm Vermin, which could cause some damage, you know, because the Storm Vermin with shields, they're really just to soak. And another foot. Now that's done. I'm attacking the Lord with some Ogre Bulls, and I'm completely ignoring these Warplock Jezzails. They've done nothing really, because if not mistaken, they're attacking some of my Orc Arrow boys. And that's fine for me. That's a waste. Those Warplock Jezzails should be attacking the Ogres or my Lords, you know. So this battle is going to go way better than I thought, considering the types of units that I had. You know, some Orc boys who have been handling everything from Dwarf Warriors to Storm Vermin, you know, to being attacked by these Warplock Jezzails. And now they're running away, which is perfect for me. And yeah, even though my bolt throwers are not doing too much, they're just, sometimes that's all that you need, is that they dish out some damage to a unit far away, so that the army losses comes closer, you know, because it typically army losses are much easier when every single unit of the enemy has some issues, has lost some health. I'm going to even use some spells there on the retreating path, but they're all going to be destroyed. And this is a close victory. That was good done from everyone. Yeah, not a lot of gold value, let's say, other than the massive spells there. So I really wanted the gold, but I also want to replenish to make sure that I don't get surprised by another army. But that's one full army from the enemy destroyed, and it's almost for free, which is always what I love. Oh, I made the mistake. this should be after the battle, not after that. But okay. Enemy killed in battle. That's nice. I likely could attack that guy, but I'm thinking that he's going to retreat. And then he's going to reinforce, so it's going to be a problem. So Warbossen, that feels good. I could go for Rachnic Spider Claw there. No, the way that I went for the spiders, I could as well have gone for some Orc Boar boys and go for Oglok the Horrible, who also gives some good bonuses to Orc Boar boys. So that's really up to you. I actually just decided to try the Spider Army because I think it's actually the easiest one to try it out. And it's been working nicely for me. Yeah, that's not necessary. That's just for artillery. I still need to get some better artillery. Some Doom Divers and the Goblin Rock Lobbers would be nice. Yeah. So we have Compule the Insane and Blisted. This guy is gonna go over to Caracate Peaks, that's for sure. So yeah. This guy just needs one more turn to recruit some units. Yeah, seems fine. Black Crag is all good. Yeah, and Skarsnik is under trouble because he's under attack on all sides. And I cannot help him. Not yet. So I just hope that he survives until I can get there and start attacking on that area. So I do get a Cold Walk. And I think that's perfect, actually. Who am I going to target? Oh, 31. Are you kidding me? If they were under 30... Yeah, and there's no targets for under 30 other than, you know, dangerous targets. Because then I would get the bigger trophy. Ugh. But that's okay. I gotta go for it. It completely changes the game that I have for 20 turns. The other armies. So I'm gonna dedicate to not missile strength, weapon strength for all armies. Yeah, there we go. Missile strength, well, I still have some missiles with the spiders and stuff, but no, let's go melee. So yeah. I need to attack the capital, which is, of course, over there. But that's fine. I think in 20 turns I can deal perfectly with Clan Moors. Actually, less than that, hopefully. And by dealing with Clan Moors, then I can go back, which is also awesome. Where I can, I can go back and I can go against Ungrim likely, or against Clan Angrand. You know, you really have to fight against everyone that goes for Karakate Peaks as a Gorbad before you even think going into the Badlands. It's really going to happen. Okay, what can I get here that'll be good? I mean, he's not going to need the Riders, because that's not the sort of army that I'm going to go for. The boys, he already got those. I think I can go big lads. Even though he still doesn't have those, I think I can go for those. So that I'm ready when he eventually gets the trolls. And you're going to get... Because remember, one thing is the early game army, and the other thing is the army that you're trying to prepare for the late game, you know? So, Purple Sun, let's give him a little bit better. Can I attack here? Should I attack there? I think you should definitely attack on this guy. Come on, Spites Backbitter. Let's go. Yeah, you have some goblins to help you out, or some extra units to help you out. Oh, I think I can bring in the garrison. Yeah, the settlement garrison is coming in. So I kind of disagree on this being a Pyrrhic victory, because yeah, I'm gonna be able to do a lot of damage here. These are not the common spiders, so let's try it out and let's fight the battle and let's see how well it goes. I'm just going to give some morale to those squigs. Some leadership, actually. Sorry, to those squigs. There's not a lot of issues. There's a lot of clan rats here. So, not clan rats, Skaven slaves here, and some clan rats on the reinforcements. So I guess I'm fine. Let's fight it out. And this is the advantage of having Vanguard deployment with this Forest Army. I mean, Forest Goblin Spider Riders attacking from behind, that's exactly what you want. These Archer units, they're just going to hit anyone. I'm not going to tell them specific targets for now. And Snaggle is there. My Goblin here, Lord, is there as well. And then I'm going to have the Squigs and Mangler Squigs attack from the front, basically. Look at those Squiggies. They're so fun. And yeah, definitely, this is going to be just a swarm of spiders. And yeah, sure, these are Skaven slaves, but still, that's exactly what you want from this sort of fast army, is to deal with these ridiculous small armies from the AI that will still, you know, these can cause trouble. They can send out... he can send these out as reinforcements. He can send them against your minor settlements. So I'm glad that I have a very fast army that can deal with these guys easily. And remember, these spiders have regen. They have the hunger. So I'm perfectly fine sending them into melee against whatever. Even if it is just Skaven slaves or even some storm vermin, they would do just nicely. So yeah, already some targets running away. Of course, he has the summons, which at the time I didn't think, oh, they can disrupt my archers. And that was a nice shot, actually, from my shaman. Now, time to see the Mangler Squigs. I mean, these guys are perfect exactly for what I'm sending. Masses of infantry. Just making sure that they are hitting everywhere. And with the Wog, this is going to be crazy. The Squigs are attacking the Storm Vermin, but it's fine. They're armor piercing. Sure, they are... It's an evenly matched, but his army is completely surrounded and likely they're going to start routing. I think I can barely defeat the army before the reinforcements arrive. Which is good, because I did want the reinforcements to arrive. So at this point I was like, okay, there's one unit there. He's arriving. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. I didn't hit the enemy lord, as you can see there. And even though you see my force riders, they're still not only fighting, but really well on leadership. So I'm trying to just regroup now. You see my orders. I'm trying to move away just to ensure that I'm not surprised by the reinforcements. They're still numerous, you know? And I want to go for a second attack. So he has some missile units. I didn't want them to attack my better units, so I'm just sending in a couple of squigs. And that's the best thing sometimes. When you have these armies, you have units that you're really not interested in. You know, like the squigs. If they die, they die. I'm pretty fine with that. I'll replace with better units. So that's why I'm giving them the target of, hey, just go in and stop that blob of units. So overall, sending the Mangler squigs against that blob of clan rats. Look at that. They're immediately routing or wavering. Oh, that's perfect. And yeah, that's how you do it. The spider army doing just fine. Yes, he's using Skaven slaves against my spider archers here. But I can just charge them, and I think that's at one point what I do. Oh yeah, I'm sending just a shot there. And at this point, I'm just seeing, oh, where are any units surviving? And I'm just going to send some spider units against them. Biggest issue that I have is fighting single entities at this moment. So that's why this army is going to need the Arachnodox spiders. And maybe one hero that can do this as well. So I have the legendary hero, but it's not exactly like the best to take out the enemy. These Mangler squigs just going to town, munching on rats, and that's it. That's the victory. I'm gonna let them, you know, take away whatever they can in terms of settlement garrison. I mean, look at the amount of kills. That's just great. Some of the spiders, I think some of the spiders got 2,000 gold or, yeah, 1,300 gold. I mean, for a unit of spiders, that's crazy. And I can get them almost nearly fully replenished, which I want. That army is dead. I'm going to take Valia's Sorrow. Yeah. Because I cannot go and attack that army. Especially with the reinforcements from Karakate Peaks, so that's the big issue. I kind of want him to attack Arog, because I do have an army prepared there. You know, with the Wog army, this becomes much easier. So the biggest issue of conquering Valia's Sorrow or not is whether he has another army nearby. You know, he totally could. So I think I'm just going to recruit these goons. Yep. And that gives me actually some good ideas here. I can get the Era Catcher. I can get some plans. I might as well just get some plans just to ensure, you know. Yeah, because in case, you know, just in case the enemy attacks or anything like that, at least I'll have some bonuses. So you're gonna attack Valia's Sorrow. Yeah, I'm thinking, well, that's a lot. I can always sack if I see anything. Yeah. Let me see this. I can auto-resolve, or I can encircle. Let me just see. Yeah, they're good to have that hunger and get better. So yeah, I'm gonna fight the battle to get the most out of the hunger, you know, to replenish as best as possible. And you gotta ambush. Yeah, that's 45. Yeah, that's fine. Really need you to ambush. And you're kind of the bait. This guy is the bait, so either he attacks me on Valia's Sorrow and I can defend with the spiders, honestly. Yeah, with this army and the fact that, oh, I can get Wolf-Hearted or I can get Speaks with Spiders. Yeah, I think this army can deal with even those storm vermin, you know. Goblin Tide, yeah, that feels good. And I think it's better than going with the Speaks with Spiders, because if I use the Goblin Tide, or actually Mob Boss. Well, Goblin Tide would always be good. Yeah. Speaks with Spiders, it's nice, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. I really need a mob boss for the reduced upkeep. I could get riders, but I don't know what Spite Backbitter is going to be, because he's not going to be leading this army. Rachnik Spiderclaw is going to lead. You know, that special lord that you can get from the tree, from the research tree. So yeah, let's get mob boss. That's better. And you're just going to get any buffs to the spiders. Devastating flanker? Yep, I think so. Think that's cool. Yeah, I think that's the best idea here. And overall, the only weakness of that army is that it is only and solely completely an army of infantry, and you know, we can always deal with that the old-fashioned way. So I'm not seeing too many armies from him. I think I'm going to be able to do this one just fine. I'll decide on the next episode. It's been going long for a while, so I'll see you guys next episode. Bye-bye.